Hands, are we the baddies?
Hello everyone, and welcome to Bob Plays Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts on Legendary Difficulty. I'm Bobtheorc. I'm a very tired Bobtheorc. Today was a long day, so we're going to relax for a little while. We're going to go be bad on the internet, go sink some ships, take over some small countries, and maybe invade Poland while we're at it. Actually, maybe I've already invaded Poland. I don't know. Let's go check it out. Oh, I already have Poland. Never mind. So, yeah, so much for that idea. Well, we have Eastern Poland we can get. Anyway, yeah, so today was a pretty good day. Had a long day at work, and then doing a bunch of stuff in the backyard afterwards, like 101 degrees out, so I was exhausted afterwards. So, just finished eating, and here we go. So, let's see what we got going on. We're invading Scotland tonight. Here we are, Scotland. I thought we'd invade up here at Scapa Flow, but no. No, they want me to move my fleet down here, so we're going to do that. We have lots of money. Our research is going well. I'm going to have the better rangefinders soon. We just got our Mark II 8-inch guns. That's awfully nice. So, and I think we've already done our politicking. Yeah, we're invading Italy still. We're going to try and finish them off. So, let's just YOLO this and see what happens, because I don't remember what we were doing, to be honest. We'll probably have Italy wiped out here pretty quick, and then we will focus on England. I don't care about any of the news events. Also, speaking of news, Ozzy died today, which really sucked. I got to see him once at BlizzCon. It was pretty awesome. I guess in his last concert, he wasn't doing too well. He was sitting in a chair the whole time, so it was a pretty awesome chair. But I kind of knew that there was something up. That is sort of an large angry fleet that I don't want to deal with. So I think we're going to run away from them. Yeah, I think we don't want to deal with this. Uh-oh. Whoa! How fast are these ships? Their battleships are slow, 18 knots. Cruisers are 20, a little over 20. Their cruisers are faster than me. That might be a problem, so we are going to try to run away, because that is a much bigger fleet than me, and I don't want to deal with that. Yeah, Brits might be a little bit mad that I'm invading Scotland. So... hopefully we don't start close. It would appear that we did not start close. You're going to retreat, and you are also going to retreat. You're going to try and retreat very quickly. There we go. I think we'll get away, because they're not that much faster than me. If they don't see me initially, then the torpedo boats are probably going to chase me down. And if the torpedo boats do chase me down, I'm going to ruin their day, because these ships are pretty spicy against torpedo boats. Even though, man, I really wish I could keep the smaller 6-inch guns. I'd love to double stack these things. But the way that they get built out later, I can't double stack them. So I may have to do 8-inch guns, which might be overall better. Just do two 8-inch turrets instead of 4 6-inch. All right, so we got away. That's good. That's good. Alright, so what do we got going on? We got lost some transports, but not as many as the Brits lost. So that's happy. And that's happy. These guys are the only ones I'm really kind of worried about. That's sort of problematic. I need to invade Gibraltar. That is the next thing I need. We are going to invade Gibraltar. Bump, I need 20,000 tons. And sitting over here, because the invasion circle is kind of surrounded a little bit, I have more than enough. So we're going to park you guys here. And you guys are just going to keep running away. We're going to block you off so you can't get out. And we're going to go take Gibraltar. Alright, who do the Brits have for allies? They have the Netherlands and Bulgaria. Where's Bulgaria? Bulgaria's over here. Bulgaria's kind of mad at Greece right now. I've got a lot of stuff here. Is Greece my ally? They are. We're gonna go save Greece. So you boys are going to go into the Black Sea, and we are going to go fuck up Bulgaria. Come here, Bulgaria. There we go. Have some big ships. Now, it looks like I need to do a lot of fleet repairs, because suddenly this number spiked right up. I need to get rid of like 30,000 tons of work being done. We've got all this stuff happening. Oh, these Guardians are mad. Is there just a lot of repair work going on here? What's going on? Oh yeah, there's a lot of repairing. Those Guardians are getting repaired, that's why. Alright, so... 20, 30... Let's see, was that enough to make it happen? I need to spend like one more. Probably two more, actually. There we go. Alright, so that's gonna fix that. Transports are holding together all right. My money is holding together all right. Got plenty of naval crew. We're doing the invasion. Now, Bulgaria, I don't know how big of a fleet Bulgaria has. 4 light cruisers. I really ought to fix these guys up. Because I don't think these guys... These are still the older ones. But... Oh, Serbia's mad at... You attacking... They're attacking me. Serbia has a really big force, doesn't they? Don't they? That's annoying. How many ports does Italy have? Italy has... We have 3 provinces left. So this one's going to get taken over in 3 turns. Next turn... Alright, so I just have to hold out on Italy for a little while. Who's Serbia allied with? I think Serbia's just angry. I guess they're just angry at me. Do I have plenty of... I've got plenty of ships there. So we're just keeping them at bay. So alright, whatever. Good enough. Oh, how's the British economy doing? They're doing garbage. So, I mean, I don't even need to send out ships to mess with them because they're already pretty messed with over here. Let's put you there. You're in 1894. Well, it's not really worth going to a lot of trouble on it. These guys are all invading. So, I mean, this is all going pretty well. I don't have enough tonnage in the Pacific to really do much. But we'll have to just deal with that later. We gotta get Gibraltar and Scotland first. And then finish off Italy. I'll play for at least 1 cup of tea. Boop. Boop. Radio telegraph. Ooh. Better reconnaissance. Alright. Brits are losing a lot. I lost a few transports, but not too bad. Yeah, we can say some torpedo boats. So we got Eastern Sicily. Oh, they all combined together out here. That's a little inconvenient. It's actually really kind of inconvenient. But the Guardians are back in kind of working order. I don't know if I want to upgrade the Guardians yet. I mean, I could. You know, they've got these 10-inch guns, these Mark II 10-inch guns. I could do a lot of stuff to them, but I don't know if I really have the time. Because I kind of just need to send them out and kick these guys' butts. And I think I probably could do it with my existing fleet. My naval community still 7,000 maximum crew. 6 more turns on the rangefinder. Let's go unsuspend a lot of these. A lot of these guys. How are we doing here? We're doing great. So, I could start working on one of them. But I'm going to get better tech in 6 months, so it's not really, I don't think it's really worth it. They're not that old. We'll get better hull strengthening in 5 months. What's my maneuver? Armed merchant carriers, or armed merchant cruisers. Alright, well. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go send these guardians out to help deal with this, because all the Italian stuff's going great. Oh, you know what we could do? We can't, because these guys are a British ally, not Italian ally. That's fine. So these guardians. Actually, I want to see something real quick. What's your experience level? Trained veterans. Oh yeah, this is gonna be fine. All right, so we're gonna send you guys to here, and it gives me 300 crew. These guys for some reconnaissance. I'm just going to send all you guys with, try and get as much recon as possible, make sure that we encounter you. Alright, so that's going to be spiffy. This is going great. Look at that. Oh yeah, it's just beautiful. I think that we're... not sure where you guys are going. So the Netherlands are down here. So Indonesian Sea. So if I send some dudes down to the Indonesian Sea... do I have any dudes down here? I got some in Southeast Asia. I got some in North Oceania. But this is Indonesian Sea. Alright, so let's put you guys down here. And then I want... we got a bunch of guys up here. We could probably... I could probably keep refitting these holy assault ships. I mean, they're going to get better targeters soon, but I just have so damn many of them. And I guess I can't refit any, so we'll do you guys. Can't do any of those either. That's really interesting. I could, you know what I'm going to do? Let's see what I can do with a guardian. Hey, Murdoch. How's it going? All right, let's take a look at this thing right here. So we can upgrade a lot of this stuff. capped. I go soft cap. We'll keep the gun cut. I don't think I really want picric acid. So I need some armor penetration. We're not going to do a lot of picric acid this time. Increased, heavy. So we can do a lot of stuff like that. Now these 4-inch guns... We got these 3.9s up here. I would love to be able to upgrade... Well, this is still just a 2-month refit. I'd love to be able to go faster, but 20 knots is alright. What I'd rather do is upgrade... Oh, I can't lengthen the gun barrels. Ooh. So those 10.9s are really, really limited. I'm limited on the front here by what I've got. That... Such a dumb design. So I can lengthen these. So let's do a little experimenting here. So if I get a dual 3.9, that is a very restricted range or firing arc, because that's got a full firing arc like that. This has a 10.3 kilometer range. It's 11.9, so that's so by 40. It's a 29. So this is a longer range gun. 5,000 meters, so 3% accuracy versus 2.8, so it's more accurate. I still can't put any armor on it, so it doesn't really matter that much. This is 6.36 shots per minute. So this gets half the rate of fire almost. So it's not really worth it. It's got the longer range, but it's got half the rate of fire. The armor penetration, 3.2 inches versus 3. It's not really worth it. Now on these 4-inch guns, and I'd really like 5-inch, but the 5-inch won't fit. If I go with the 4-inch guns, so this has a 12.8 kilometer range. They're basically the same gun. Alright. Would you please let me turn the gun? Alright, so I could do this. It's a 3-month refit. I would... Here's some 2.9s up here. But if I were to try and take you guys off and replace you with... That wouldn't work at all. So, what's the point in putting 2 barrels if I have the range? Hey, Chef. Hey, Chef. How you doing? Hey, Turpits. Thanks for hanging out and joining me tonight. Yeah, I don't know if this ship's even... I mean, it's worth doing... getting an upgrade started, because then when I do the production version with the better targeting systems, it'll be, that much better. You can go beef up the armor on the 4-inch guns. I wonder if I could do 4.9s. No, it won't let me. Let's see how big I can make these. So I could make these 4.3-inch guns, which, honestly, I don't know if there's that much of a benefit. Because this gives them a 12.9 kilometer range and a 2.2 accuracy. And this is a 12.8 kilometer range and same accuracy, saves a bunch of weight. So we're just going to do this. I mean, this is probably as good as we can get it. I could try and speed up the ship a little bit. I could try to put on a little more armor. What happens if I try going 21 knots? Oh, it gets heavy really fast. So 20.5, it gets 20.1. Well, it balances it. Well, that's worth it just to balance it out. 20.2, no. I'm just going to go 20.1. And oops, too much. So we could do something like this. What's up, Turpits? What's going on? So we could probably do something like this, and then when the better tech comes out, we'll add the better targeter on there, and that'll be probably as good. I think it's a number 4. Yeah, that's about as good as we can get it. We'll just leave these singles up here. Oh, I don't even have any import to refit. We don't have any armor coming up anytime soon either. So we're just gonna leave it like this, and hopefully we'll get that battle, and then I can send those Guardians back to port, get them repaired, refitted. Well, let's go sink British transports. Alright, so here's going to be our big fight of the evening. We've got a bunch of Guardians. Now these torpedo boats, I don't really want that involved. Now I don't know how decisive I'm going to make this. My ships are bigger and better, and these guys are cadets, so I should have an advantage. Alright, so Turpus is in 1918, and realize that your battleships alone, even with mass numbers, can't deal swarms of small ships. That's why we have Saint 2.9. Yeah, I mean, Are you trying to do only battleships? You should probably have some cruisers, either light cruisers or heavy cruisers, to help deal with the swarms of small ships. Or at least have a lot of small secondary guns. Or you just have to do kind of running away, because I mean the swarms of small ships are a giant pain in the ass, and that's the reason why I make my battleships so fast. You tend to make slower ships, though, I think, because you're going for just raw firepower, but you can still get overwhelmed. So I think you either need some sort of fast hunting ship, and it can be a battleship if you really want, but you need something fast that can screen your bigger, your slower ships and take out the small ships. Just have lots of small, like 5. If you're in the 1918, probably like 5 or 6 inch secondaries. This is why I push the secondary text so much. This is it nighttime? No, it's morning. Okay. Now, realistically, my torpedo boats are not going to be great for this fight. I've got some guns on them to try and hit from a distance. 9 kilometers. It's not really that. The S's are only 7.5, so that might be a little problematic. I could try using these guys as scouts. Honestly, I think I want to... How skilled are you guys? You're seasoned. Let's have you guys screen, actually. Oh, shit. That's not what I wanted to do. I didn't want to... Alright, we're going to separate out these R's, because the R's are not... Alright, so let's try and find these guys. I mean, are you trying to do an only big ship? Or you could build a small, fast battleship. That might not be a bad idea. Are you using those battleships that have like the stacks and stacks of 9-inch guns? I would see what's your best secondary. I mean, if you want to do it with only battleships, then build yourself a small, fast battleship. All right, so that's okay. So you can do a battleship only. It's hard because they're not going to have good recon. So I mean, battleships take a long time to build, but you could build a fast battleship. Because how fast are your battleships? Because if you're 1918, you're going to want stuff going like probably like 24 knots at least. At some point, these guys should come into my spotting is so bad. My spotting is so bad. There we go. So there's... Let's have you guys on scout duty, actually. Yeah, I mean, So see if you can make a battleship that can go like 25 knots and have a lot of small guns on it. You know, like 5-inch, 6-inch guns. Like what kind of small ships are messing you up? Are they cruisers or are they torpedo boats? You know, and how fast is the enemy ship that's causing you trouble? Let's start angling. Yeah, let's start angling more towards them. Because they're not... They don't seem to be sending out... Alright, there we go. So there's a... Oh, he's low on fuel. Womp womp. Alright, so let's see what you got. Your armor is pretty good. It's one of the little bathtub cruisers. Just tiny. Torpedoes, less than a kilometer. Mark 1 guns all around. The armor is pretty good. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. I want you guys to turn like that. And I want you guys to back away. And I want you guys to back away also. Because his maximum speed's about the same as mine. Ow. Alright, so... Alright, so this way... I'd like to try and stay ahead of the light cruisers if we can. What does this light cruiser have? Your light cruiser has crappy armor. That's good for me. Bad torpedoes and Mark 1 guns. Alright, so... So it's mainly destroyers. So, in 1918, destroyers, you're going to want to probably use, I would go 5-inch guns, just so you can get the barbette to make them not so splody. And you could try making a battleship with just swarms of secondary guns. Like 5 or 6-inch guns. and make it relatively fast and maneuverable, and you use that one, you use the fast one as bait. So make sure you guys are behaving yourself. You're doing fine. Let's go have you go more that way. So these guys are... He's low on fuel. All these guys are low on fuel, it looks like. So this might not be such a bad deal if I can outrun them. Keep them at a bit of a distance and just pound them. Let's have you guys follow them. These guys are just kind of keeping in reserve just in case. Alright, that guy sank. That's really good for me. Hey, Michael. Yeah, I mean, the 2.9s are going to be good, although the... depending on how armored the destroyers are, you know, you might be getting... The 2.9s are great against torpedo boats. They're still good against destroyers. But you're just going to want to stack them up like they're an American battleship with all the small guns to protect against the, you know, any enemies that are trying to swarm you. That's how I usually do it, at least. But I mean, Saint 2.9 is... There's a reason. Although the 2.9s are frankly better against torpedo boats than against destroyers. But they don't suck against destroyers. Just depends on how armored the destroyers decide to be. Let's put 10.2 kilometers. What's the 9.1, 9.9? We're just at the outer reaches of what we can realistically hit. Oh, there we go. But yeah, I mean, Saint 2.9 is... There's a reason I love him so much. I want to... fire on you. Yeah, I mean, what's your best what's your best secondaries, your highest mark secondaries? So if you've got Mark 3, go with whatever the largest Mark 3s are instead of a larger Mark 2. Because you're going for rate of fire and accuracy primarily. Are these guys all low on fuel? Really? Really? You're all low on fuel? Is that really what you're doing? Okay. I mean, if dumbasses will dumbass. Yeah, go with 5-inch guns. Yeah, you don't need 8-inch guns are too big for destroyers. You know, for destroyers, 5-inch guns are fine. Let's go see if we can take out that torpedo boat there. Look at these two light cruisers that are entirely too close to each other. This is working quite nicely. These Guardians are doing a great job. I wish I could put a bigger main gun on them. How many 5-inch guns were you able to put on there? 20 at least? Knowing you squeezed on a lot. Because I'd be shocked if you had less than 20. Alright, we don't have a lot of ammo left. So let's go put main guns on the battleship. So do secondary guns on the light cruiser. "42 triple 5-inch gun turrets. That's good. That will be, and make sure that they're armored, that they're well armored, and that you have enough, that you have some barbettes on them. Or what you might do is you might mix and do some 5-inch and some 6-inch, if they're all Mark IIIs, just so you'll not lose all your ammo on a single ammo explosion. But if they're well armored, if the turrets are well armored, you've got good casemates. That shouldn't be a problem. Make sure your gun turrets are sufficiently armored to repel enemy 5-inch gunfire, because it's about the largest that the enemy destroyers are going to have. Yeah! That is true. What size secondary guns did the Bismarck and Tirpitz have? Were they 5-inch or were they 6-inch? Oh wow, we just fucked those guys. Look at that. Go Saint 2.9. Well, and go British ships that are out of gas. Alright, I'm going to take a quick break. I will be right back. That was a great battle. So give me just a minute here. I'll see you guys in a bit. Well, that's good. 8%, 0.8% is really good. All right. But also, you want to consider ammo explosion stuff, but 0.8% is pretty darn good. You probably don't have that much to worry about then. So go 5.9 and honor the honor your ancestral inspirations. Yeah, we're gonna fight to the end. What are you kidding? We're the baddies. We're gonna totally invade you and take you over. We didn't lose that many ships. That's good. Torpedo. Yeah, we'll sell you a torpedo boat. Not selling a guardian though. Bulgaria. Oh, naughty Bulgaria is found to support armed terrorists. I'm sure that's just the excuse that we're using. Alright, so. Oh, look, I have a fleet pre-positioned. It's almost like I planned this happy coincidence. Alright. So there you go. I mean, you should be able to just pepper those destroyers then with a bunch of 5.9-inch guns. Alright, so, make them long-barreled. Just go all Atlanta on there. Sounds like you have a whole bunch of Atlanta strapped to the side of your ship. Alright, so that's going to be really happy. These guys here, since they don't have any more ships in port, we are going to take you guys, and I'm going to send you guys out here just to help with the invasion. And then the Guardians are going to go back to port so they can repair and rearm and get refitted. And then you guys are doing just peachy. Alright, so it's another British naval invasion turn. Not really sure what I want to invade. I probably want to clear them out of the Mediterranean. I could get Malta. Can I get Malta? How does Malta seem this time of year? Oh, I don't have anybody where I can get Malta because he's in the west, not the central. And that's sad. So we'll send... You're going to be a few more turns, so we're going to send you down over to here. And maybe that'll count as Central Mediterranean so we can get Malta. Alright, so... Oh, we need to get... I need to get more ships down here in the... down here to the Indonesian Sea. Can I refit any more of my ships, just out of curiosity? I think I probably have them all dealt with. Alright, so... We'll just send all you guys down there. Alright, that should be more than enough to deal with the Netherlands. I mean, I could just invade them. I'm going to need to deal with... I don't have anything here in Western South America, do I? And I don't have anything in the Pacific. So I am going to have to send a couple of guys over here to clean out a couple of islands. what, 3 islands, 4 islands. So I will need to send a task force that way at some point. I've got West Africa. I could start clearing out West Africa. That might be... That might be what I want to do. Just start... So I want to start just depriving them of sea zones. I mean, you're going to want armor, but... you know, just... It's your ship, build it out how you want. The important thing is make it go fast and have a lot of secondaries. And that will serve you well, young Padawan. I've got a bunch of these guys in East... I've got this East Asia fleet that I could send to just start screwing up all these guys. And maybe that's what I want to do. Maybe I want to just start taking out... you know what I really want? I really want Singapore. I think Singapore is really nice this time of year. Or Malaysia. Or Malay. Let's, I mean, or I just start grabbing the Netherlands and just knock them off the thing. Let's go for Singapore first.
Only...
Here you go, Singapore. How you doing, Mitchell?
I'm just looking where he says the belt is only 26 inches and deck is only 8 inches.
For 1918, that's really impressive. You probably... How fast are these ships, Turpits? Because you're going to want them to go fast. If you're hunting destroyers, if that's your main target, then you probably don't need more than a 10 or 15. I mean, you're basically building really big cruisers.
If their main opponent is going to be destroyers, I would say something on the order of like maybe 14 or 15 inch belt and maybe like 4 to 6 inch deck would be more than sufficient.
Yeah. And a couple of recon dudes. That should be more than enough to take care of Singapore. I mean, you guys don't have anybody over here. I'll go send these guys into the Pacific once I finish taking care of this, though, I suppose. And they don't have anybody in East Asia, so I don't really have to worry that much about it. Sea of Japan, Yellow Sea. I've got some guys in the Yellow Sea, don't I? Alright, so... And these other guys, I'm going to go park over here. Doop. I'm going to start just working on this. We're going to start working on Australia. Alright. Yeah, 26 inches is, I mean, that's more than 2 feet thick, I mean, which is, I mean, it's very nice. But yeah, I mean, how fast are these ships, Turpits?
Yeah, it's nice to have enough speed so that when you're kiting away from destroyers, that by the time they're able to close in, you know, you've got enough time for your secondaries to chew the hell out of them before they get close enough to launch torpedoes.
Yeah.
So the faster you can make the battleships, the longer you can fire on those little buggers before they get close enough to do any real damage.
Alright, so let's have... Now, these are not the upgraded ones, so we're going to run these guys away because they're gonna get shot up. 26 knots isn't bad. Can you go faster? Can you make him 27 or 28? What will your engine efficiency allow?
Yeah, 26 knots for a battleship, 1918. That's not bad.
That's not bad at all, yeah. Alright, so... we're going to retreat all of these guys. Because all we have to do is drop off Marines to invade Bulgaria and then leave. Yes, we're using my old Russian tactic against the Japanese. Drop off the army and then leave. Because, as Dracanifil said, German battleships are unreliable.
Ooh.
I know. Them's is fighting words.
Ooh.
At least these battleships are unreliable. These are awfully... yeah, these poor guys are so glitched out. I hope that my refit fixes the glitch. It's really embarrassing.
Yeah. Well, you know what the Marines say, the U.S. Marines say about the U.S. Navy, don't you? But the Navy is just their
Their Uber?
designated Uber service.
I mean, they're not wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the shit, like in the early days, some of the shit that the Marines did in when they were fighting the Tuscany or it was the pirates, the Arab pirates in Libya.
And the Tripoli pirates.
Tripoli pirates, yeah. Yeah, Tuscany's part of Italy, isn't it?
Or Barbary.
The Barbary,
pirates,
the Barbary
Yeah.
pirates. Some of the shit that the Marines pulled back then is pretty scary stuff.
Yeah. But I was about tempted to say right here, yeah, this is your holy assault Uber fleet.
Yeah. Well, I mean, these guys were specifically made to kill torpedo boats and drop off Marines. That's
Not necessarily in that order.
not necessarily in that order. That's why they have all their guns in the back, because they were designed by a Frenchman for running away. More fighting words.
Yeah.
I had a really good day
Well,
today.
Which actually, if you look at the way they designed the Dunkirks, and then like the Jean Barts and
The
Richelieu,
Dunkerques.
yeah, had the main guns in the front and then piled all the secondaries in the back.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a bad idea, because you're assaulting towards enemy battleships where you need the big guns, and you're running away from the swarms of the small ships
Yeah.
where you need the small guns. That's kind of what I was thinking on this, except partly because of the stupid design, I can't put big guns where I want them. At some point, I'm going to get a destroyer, and I'm going to build the Lorenzo-class destroyer, and it's going to be a speedboat with lots of guns, you know, with like the engines in some obscure place. And I'll put the engines all the way in the back, make it look like a little hot rod vehicle. Alright, so zoink, kill those transports, kill those transports. Oh, I lost a lot of Mediterranean, Adriatic, North Atlantic. Wow, I lost a lot of transports this time. I got Northwest Italy. Netherlands is supporting terrorists. Yes, we will attack you. Let's go save this. And you guys are going to go into the kick their ass zone. Now, do the Netherlands have any... Do you guys have anybody in the Caribbean? Did I already take all that? I think I already took all that. We got... Denmark. The Danes are here. Who are the Danes allied with? They're allied with China. Not what I expected, but okay. So Italy is about to lose their last territory. So we got all this, so that's really nice. So Italy is pretty screwed. Oh, I need to suspend some of the stuff I'm building. How many do I need to suspend? 70. I need to suspend one more. These poor guardians. But I'll have those patrol ships done soon. Alright. So, there's not... Who do I want to... We need to be nice to the Soviets again, because we don't want to fight the Soviet Union, because that'd be an awful idea. So, there aren't any British ships in the Mediterranean. That's all Italians, and they're going to get wrecked here in a little bit. I've got all these guys who... These guys are... These are all 1900, so these guys are basically ready to go. And these guys need to get refitted. I mean, all of them eventually need to be refitted, but you guys, we're gonna send you here. Boop. And these guys are all 18. We're going to send you guys here. So we can keep the invasion forces a little bit separate. I'll put you there. And then you guys are in perfect shape. You're all 1900s. I don't know if I can get around... Let's go send you guys down here to... Here to get Cyprus. Probably a little overkill, but... Well, actually, once Italy's gone, I can send... What are you guys? You are 1890s. You need to be fixed up, and you guys are all beat to shit also, so yeah. But these guys have done a great job just blockading and keeping the Italians stuck in here. So much tonnage. Yeah. How are you advancing when I'm eating your country? Alright, Greece, just hold out for 3 turns and you'll be fine. I got this. Alright, so these guys are doing... Oh, what happened here? Who left the invasion circle? Who's the bad person? Who's bad? You're bad.
Obviously a destroyer captain.
No, it's one of the guardians. Alright, let's...
Probably a destroyer captain that got promoted to battleships by mistake.
Yeah, probably so. There we go. Oh wow, he really went out there, didn't he? Wow, okay. Good thing I caught it. Alright, let's double check all our other invasions. So you're going for Singapore and you're getting there. You're just slow. That's not... You're not getting anywhere with that. That's going well. Gibraltar's going well. Sicily's going well. We'll get Malta next turn. Oh yeah, England's in a lot of trouble. And then finance-wise, 160. We're doing all right still. All right. So we're doing all right. Good night, Chef.
Well, how expensive are they?
I mean, they're probably German expensive. Making expensive things is a very distinctly German problem.
Yeah, that is true. If you tend to look in Webster's dictionary, besides the term over-engineered, one of the definitions is see German military.
Yeah, I think we're gonna withdraw. Yeah, we don't want that. Boop. Armed merchant cruisers. All right. I lost a little bit. Sure, Greece, you can order some torpedo boats. Alright, so as far as my stuff goes, that's looking really nice. So we need to refit one of these Guardians. Boop. That's perfect. Alright, so.
And that's why navies tended to not build all battleships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if that's the challenge you want, then have a couple of really fast battleships that can... How fast did they end up going? I'm tempted to invade Netherlands here and just, Indonesia or Java, just finish this off, just to be done with it. But I can get Malta while we're here.
That's pretty good right there. 28 knots.
Yeah, 28. That's perfect. That is perfect. Malta, boink. We will invade you. No, I think 28 knots is a perfect speed. What the heck? Why are you still... Why are you not... I've got 400,000 tons of ships. Would you guys please stay...
Stay in the circle.
in the fucking circle. Because I've got 440,000 tons of ships here. I don't know what the malfunction is. Got 23 cruisers. Alright, I'm going to put... Just because I don't trust you, I'm going to send my 1900 era cruisers to go help because you guys don't know how to play stay in the damn circle. Alright, let's see here. Oh, I apparently don't have enough naval crew.
Are you saying they're being jerks when it comes to staying in a circle?
They are. Alright, let's... That's what happens when everybody wants to be a destroyer captain. Alright, so... How many ships does Britain have? Britain has 5 ships. Which, you're not getting that far on that. 159, I'm holding it together. Alright. Yeah, I think that's going to be a great battleship. I mean, you're wanting to do all battleships, so it's going to be pricey. And I know you like your battleships big. But, if you can build like 2 of these, and they can just tear through a bunch of destroyers and run away, then that's not so bad. Or, you know, run them in squadrons of 2 or 3. We do not need to fight you, Italy, because you are about to die. Yes. 9,000 ton heavy cruiser, why thank you. Sure, you can have another torpedo boat. I love selling other... There we go, we got Gibraltar. We got Western Sicily. Are you guys still... There we go. Look at you staying in the circle. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. And Malta's doing good. Italy's going to go away, so we don't have to worry about that. Let's be nice to the Soviets some more. You guys really are just eating up the do we not have any low crew guys? Maybe they... I guess it's all working out. Alright, well that's good, isn't it? We're going to have rangefinders in 2 months, so it's not really worth... We'll get the hull strengthening in 1 more month. That'll be really nice. Internal protections in 3, so the wing tanks. That's going to be really nice. In 2 months we'll be ready to build things. What do we got here? And I don't need that. I think what we're going to do is we're going to take off engines for the turn. We're going to do that so we get the internal protection in 2 months also. And then we will be ready. And there's no point in refitting more patrol ships because we're just going to go upgrade them to the newer version shortly. Hopefully Netherlands will have some terrorists in Java, so I have an excuse to go attack them. Wink, wink. Hint, hint. Nudge, nudge. I'm not sure what the German version of the CIA is, but got that. Mark III 9-inch guns. It's really great. That's fine. Nope. Sure, you can have more torpedo boats. Alright, I guess we're just going to invade Java because I'm tired of waiting. And it's just easier if we're not going to wait for them to be accused of being terrorists. We're just going to invade them anyway, because we're the baddies. That's what we're going to do. Oh, this is ungoverned territory in Qatar. I wonder... don't really think I am quite ready to deal with that yet. Two more turns on this Guardian, and then I'll be ready to do it all over again. Well, I could start building more Guardians, but I'm going to be needing the tonnage soon for refitting lots of things. Probably. There we go, 80%. That'll be fine. Oh, I need to send some of these guys up to... There we go, we got the Quinston's rangefinders, the wing tanks. Sure, we'll sell you more torpedo boats. We got Malta. Alright, so I got Scotland. So you guys stayed in the circle. I'm so proud of you. Look at that. See what happens when you guys do what you're told? Isn't it great? I guess we're going to get Northeast England now. Or I can go for Eastern England and try and sandwich them. Let's see what... Oh, it's not an England invasion turn yet, is it? I guess it's a be nice to Japan. There we go. We're gonna do a be nice to Japan. And did we finish refitting that guy? I bet we did. We did. Nice. Alright, so let's double check our research real quick. Make sure there's nothing else that we need. Turret mechanisms, naval gun barrels too. I mean, that's going to be really nice, but it's not going to affect my Guardians. Well, actually, I can make the secondary guns longer, so we'll do that. Okay, so we'll do that, and then let's see who needs to get repaired. These guys are 1900s, they're fine. And they're fine. And they're fine. And they're fine. These Guardians, we can send you guys back. Does Ireland ever rebel? Do I need to take out Ireland?
To be honest, I don't really know. I think I may have seen them actually rebel once or twice. But unless they rebel, then they still got British, still part of Great Britain. Then
here, we'll just go send these guys over there. Just so I may actually invade Ireland before I take out England, just to play it on the safe side. Then you guys, you're.
Well, if nothing else, I'm sure the German army would be more than willing to follow orders and march down from Scotland to take England.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, and pigs will soon learn how to fly as well.
Yeah. I think that you guys are going to go here to the English Channel. And you guys are going to go to the Canary Islands. And I think that these torpedo boats should go there. Also, all right. So this isn't awful. We'll give it one more turn before I start upgrading. Oh, you guys need to get into the circle. Need 30,000. Alright, so that'll be sufficient. And you guys are all happy there. Alright, so... Oh, this guy's already taken over. Alright, so you guys are going to start heading out to the Pacific so we can start dealing with some of these islands, like Fiji. There we go. The only problem with Tirpitz's battleships is going to take 2 years to build one, probably. I think I do not need to fight you. I mean, I could, but that's just more repair bills. I mean, this guy's got some big guns. I mean, I could fight him. I've got... Are you guys trained? Veterans? Veterans? So you guys are all veterans. Regular, trained. So, I mean, maybe it's worth it to get the experience. But I don't want to get beat up too bad. How difficult is this? Standard bulkheads and their cadets. I could use it to train them up. And it's a small number, so let's... And this will let me see how well these improved assault ships do. So let's see how they do. Yes, what is it? That's an awful lot of exclamation points. Tirpitz is probably just really exciting. He probably just discovered the Kaiser hiding in his basement. Well, let's hopefully we have good weather. Or it can be nighttime. Well, it's daytime, it's just cloudy and... Alright, whatever. Not the worst it could have been. Alright, so... So you guys... Let's turn off the torpedoes. Let's have you scout. And you'll screen. There we go. So these things still look pretty badass. They don't have quite the cathedral of 2.9s in the back. Well, they still have some side problems. These guys are just not heavily armored. At least these have different sets of ammo storage. Alright, so you, Mr. Canada, have actually pretty good armor. Not so good guns. Well, kind of okay. 1.2 kilometers. Alright, so... Now, I don't know if my... Well, it's... So, at this range, I'll be penetrating 13 to 15 inches of armor, let's say. And you've got about 15 inches. That's not bad. Alright, secondary guns on the torpedo boat. And you Main guns on you. And secondaries. Damn it, would you please select him? Secondaries on you. And you guys, you're just going to kind of hang out over there, out of the way. Would you not fire the main guns at the fucking torpedo boats? That's what secondaries are for. Big guns for big ships, small guns for small ships. That's how it works. Those are the rules, okay? Big guns for big ships, small guns for small ships.
Speaking of big ships and small ships, YouTube shipping channel that, follow this one guy named Sam Mercagliano. He's the one that made that thing about the current state of shipbuilding in the U.S.
Right.
They had a little incident out in San Diego Harbor, where they've got the old USS Midway aircraft carrier.
Right.
It was a museum ship.
Uh-huh.
Believe it or not, some guy that had like what looked like a nice big 30-foot fishing boat.
Oh, I heard he hit it or something.
He was so drunk he ran into the frickin' Midway on the side that was next to the freaking pier.
Oh, I thought he hit it on the ocean, on the water side. He hit him on the pier side?
He hit it on the pier side because people were filming it from the pier side.
Oh my, was he trying to squeeze between the Midway and the pier? Because somebody dared him?
No, he just, from what I looked at, the way he was stringing like that, he was just being a drunk idiot.
Oh my goodness.
And then when he ran into it, he tried to take off and go out more in the harbor and then try to get back to shore before, pretend like, who, me? I didn't run into anything. Before the harbor police.
Yeah,
and
before the cops showed up.
And yeah, he was arrested.
Oh goodness.
Naval hit and run.
Oh my God, what a dumbass.
I mean, he literally crunched up alongside it, didn't try to engage his engines or anything, try to steer, hit it so hard he knocked off half the antennas off his fishing boat, and he said he did at least $100,000 worth of damage to the side of the Midway.
How did he do so much damage to the side of the Midway? The Midway should be, well, I guess it's unarmored. What?
Yeah, unarmored. Well, as far as like you said, dinged up the paint and whatever other stuff they might have had set up for it being a museum ship, So basically, I guess they're saying all told, what materials and labor and like it was going to cost like $100,000
Oh, wow.
to repair the damage you did to it.
Yeah, because we don't put a lot of we didn't put a lot of armor on aircraft carriers other than an armored flight deck. Actually, we didn't really do an armored flight deck, did we?
Not until the Midways. Midways were the first carriers we built that had armored flight decks.
But we didn't go super heavy armor like what the Brits did because we just wanted to be able to squeeze on more planes, I think, right?
Yeah, us and the Japanese for operating out in the Pacific, and where we prioritized, having the amount of aircraft and also wooden flight decks tended to be a little bit easier to repair than metal ones. Where we were.
Well, didn't we have metal underneath the wood flight decks?
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit, but we didn't really have armor per se.
Right, right. Because now the Brits had armor because they're on their carriers because their carriers are always getting bombed by the Germans.
Yeah, they were the carriers they had
But they
that
weren't
they
really big
designed
carriers either.
to be operating in Europe. Yeah, they went with armored flight decks. Then again, their whole hangar and flight deck was like an armored box,
Yeah.
which had its own problem. But then the carrier classes they were designing that were intended to go out in the Pacific, guess what? They tended to go with lighter flight decks and have more room for aircraft.
Right, because you needed that out there because you weren't. All right, so this battleship's gonna have a bad day.
Yeah. The problem with their little armored box concept were, they not only armored the flight deck, but then the sides of the hangar as well, to where they made like an armored box. Was a couple of them, they had rather bad fires in the hangar where it got hot enough to where it basically warped the whole upper structure of the ship.
Right.
And there's no way they were going to get. It's like bending the frame on a car, getting an accident. It's like, well, then yeah, you might as well total the whole car because you're never going to get the frame straight again.
Yeah. How are my 5-inch guns doing? They're doing all right. They're not doing. I mean, the 2.9s are still doing the Lord's work, but I think it's just the centerline 2.9 turrets that were just randomly exploding, and because you get an overpen on a 2.9 turret, and then somehow my engine would explode because it was a centerline gun. And so, you know what I bet was going on is I bet that it was treating the centerline 2.9 getting destroyed like a main gun turret getting destroyed. Because the game probably never imagined that somebody would be stupid enough to put centerline 2.9s or centerline small guns. I bet that's why the engine was getting. Although the gun's still not anywhere near where the engine is. I don't know, this hole's weird, but at least they didn't explode this time. Sounds good. Alright, so I think that... Oh my god, look at this! My army's doing something! The army's doing something! They're going from Cameroon into Nigeria. Look at that! The army's getting off their ass! I'm so proud of you, Army. You're getting inspired by the Marines. Alright, so... the turret mechanisms are done. Engines are going to still be a while. What's my next explosives? Oh, mine detonators. Don't care about that. I don't know why it's under turret. Oh, it's under explosive. Yeah. I guess a mine detonator would still be an explosive. Control station. Don't need that. Alright, so... now... we go and redesign the Guardian. Actually, I'm going to go and stretch my legs real quick and run to the bathroom. Then we'll redesign the Guardian. So give me just a minute, and I will be right back. back. Let's go check out this Guardian. Now that we've got the better targeting systems. Oh, and it fits. Ha ha ha. And then we can increase the length of our 4-inch and 3.9-inch guns. It's a 2-month refit. They've got a 10.2 kilometer range. These still have a 9.5, and these 4-inch have a 12.8. That's not bad. That's not awful. And we can go squeeze on a little more armor. Not really. I could squeeze it up to 20.2 knots. I don't know if it's worth it, or if I ought to just try to wait till I have better engines. So let's just get more. I'd like more belt armor. So then that's going to unbalance it. So that's about where it's going to be at. I mean, the 4 belt's kind of light. That's my only real concern. Actually, I need more superstructure armor also. I need more armor in general on this thing. The superstructure is really light, but this thing's so forward heavy that I have to have all this aft belt, which is really annoying. I can't put now how do the Mark II 10-inch guns versus the if I had a maybe 17.9 21.8 versus the armor penetration would be, let's say, 18.3. So the armor penetration is a little better on the 10-inch guns. AP range 17 kilometers. I wonder if now if I were to swap out the gun, so this has a 21.8 range, kilometer range, so it's got a better range. At 10,000 meters, it's same accuracy. At 5,000 meters, it's a little bit more accurate. This one gets less than a shot per minute, so it fires faster. So maybe the 9.9 inch gun, downgrading the gun. Just because it's a newer mark of gun. Maybe that's the better way to go for it. Because it'll fire faster, 1.2 shots per minute versus 0.8, so it's about 50% faster. Well, a little faster. And the damage, 314. So it does almost as much damage. .2 versus a 2.4. I don't know if the longer range actually matters. I'm not going to be able to fit a secondary gun on top. But that balances it out. It's still a 2-month refit. Honestly, I think the Mark III 9.9 might be the better gun. Alright, we'll just go with that. Screw it. Alright, I guess this is about as good as we're going to get. And it's a 2-month refit. It's got the better targeting system. So, alright, let's do it. Alright, so let's go and refit a bunch of these. I have, these are 20,000 tons apiece. $80, 120, 140. Do 4 of these at a time. And then the patrol ship. I think we're going to go ahead and, since the 6-inch guns are really not that effective on this thing, I think we're just going to experiment with putting... Yeah, because it really gets mad at the newer 6-inch gun. So, I'm thinking we're just going to go, we've got... I could do... That'd be funny. I don't think this would work, but I could put on... Oh my god, I could put on a Mark III 9-inch gun. I think that's just not going to be a... That's going to be probably overkill. Can I stack it up? No, it's not going to be. But we can still go with the Mark II 8.9. That's going to be way too heavy, probably. Let's see what... Yeah, I mean, this is going to just make a big... Make a big mess of things, unless I go... I go single-barreled... What if I were to take that off, go a 9-inch gun, it's a 20-kilometer range. And this thing will mess stuff up. Can I put 5-inch guns in the back? Oh, that's off-center, isn't it? So I could double up with a 5 and a 6, or I could do two 6-inch guns, maybe. I can go with a 9 up front. Which would definitely... That's really interesting. So, the secondary guns, still 9.5 versus 12 kilometers. That has a much wider firing arc. That's a very narrow arc. But that one works. So these all have to be 2-inch. I probably want to keep that 6-inch gun in the back, because I don't want to lose my rear firing spot, although having the different guns is kind of annoying. But having the... This gives me similar... close defense in the back. Against smaller ships. And I've got a big gun in the front for hitting big ships. And with a good field of fire. This isn't bad, actually. Alright, so that balances that out. Of course, the tricky part now is how am I going to... Oh, I still need the coincidence too. How am I going to... Picric acid doesn't... Picric acid actually weighs more. I don't think I want to use picric acid because I want to keep the... What's my flash fire chance? Oh, it's bad. If I take you off, what's my flash fire chance? Alright, well... Chicks dig scars and glory lasts forever, so... How are we going to reconcile this? I need to save about another 100 tons. We're going to shave off 100 tons. There's not really a lot for me to shave 100 tons off of. Oh, we got Barbette too. That helps. Speaking of Barbette, yeah, he has a Barbette back there. This is not... It's not really helping that much. Oh, that's, let's drop some of this. We're gonna have to drop down to 5 inches of armor, I think. I don't like having this little armor. No, that's not going to be... I go 8 inches right there. And do that. And I can shave a little bit off. Talk about irritating. I still need to... Oh, you know what I need to do? I still need to have a... I think I want actually a 3.9 in the back. Would you please let me... There we go. So that... Really? That didn't add... That didn't shift the weight that much? Because I really want that gun. That's another nice secondary. I could drop the deck down a little bit, but that might be pushing it. Or I guess I just get rid of that, but... 1.6 superstructure is really, really bad. I mean, 5... I mean, this would make these guys hit hard. They will definitely hit hard. They won't be as tanky, though. Unless maybe I just drop this. Because this is... So even if I put a whole lot of armor on that, it still doesn't shift my weight forward sufficiently, which is really annoying. And I don't have a lot that I can do to adjust. I can do that. Alright, so that fixes the balance. No, I don't want that little armor in the conning tower. Alright, so here we go. This is the ship. I don't like that it's got a little bit less armor. But this will definitely hit big ships harder with the big gun. I don't like my mismatch of guns, but I just blame the stupid cruiser layout. And I'll just work with it. This is probably as good enough as I can get. And then I'll just eventually get better armor. I could drop the anti-torpedo, but this is probably, I mean, with the reinforced bulkheads and the double bottom hull, I'm getting overall more survivability. So we need to refit one of these as a prototype, and then we'll build a better version once I have a little bit better technology coming along. So we'll build one of you. And because in a few turns we're going to have the Mark III 2-inch guns, and that's when those patrol ships are really going to shine. That's when we'll really make them, and we'll have the better engines. So maybe in like a year, then they're going to really be good. Alright, fine. I've got... a little bit of tonnage for fixing up one of these Holy Assault ships. And I'm probably going to wrap it up before too long. This is getting a little bit late. Alright, so let's go and Auxiliary engine. Barbette 2. Coincidence 2. And I guess I could leave it at Barbette 1. What's my flash fire? 26.9. 24. It's not that big of a difference. It's got a nice bonus on the ammo detonation chance. Let's go with the extra barbette because I do like it. So we got that, and then we need to shift a little bit of weight back, and that's really nice, and that's really nice. And that's really nice. Alright, so I got that. There, we'll go drop some of the inner deck a little bit. You have 800,000 victory points. They only have... Okay, well that's... well, do you still have active invasions going on? Maybe they're just mad at you. This looks pretty good here. I think we're going to go for this. It's a 2-month refit. It's not the end of the world. It's reasonably fast. It's got the better gun. I can try and make this a bigger gun, but honestly, I'm not too worried about it. So we're just going to save it like that. That'll be good enough. Yeah, so you can't have any peace there's no chance for peace while either side has an active invasion going on. Alright, so we got this. I don't think I can... I'm going to be a little bit too heavy if I try to build one of these. Those are getting refitted. Those are getting built. So... probably we're just going to be stuck for a little bit. Alright. Guys, I'm going to go to bed. I'm kind of tired, and it's already 1 in the morning. It's a little bit shorter than I'd normally do. But we got to invade something also. So let's find something to invade. We probably want to invade Northern Ireland. Ireland is 60,000. Northern Ireland is 31,000 and change, 32,000, let's say. How much do I have here? I have... let's do Northern Ireland. Alright. That'll be nice and happy, and you guys can just move right up here to Belfast. Alright, we're gonna go save the game. And I will see everybody tomorrow. Probably. I've got a really busy day tomorrow. I've got a lot of work I have to do. Hi, Tiny Dog. Did you just wake up? You were sleeping the whole time. You didn't bother me during the stream. I'm so proud of you. You're a good dog. Anyway, so I'll be on tomorrow after work if I have any energy. It's going to be a long day, but I think I'll get on. So please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see everybody tomorrow. Goodbye.
Hey, have a good night.
Good night, Mitchell. You take care. And good night, Turpits.